reported from CNN that China warned U.S. B-1B Lancer to stay away from its air defense identification zone in East China Sea, near South Korea. B-1B Lancer was on routine patrol in the area.
Both, according to the Chinese and Japanese side, had 3 of those Coast Guard ships around those disputed islands in the East China Sea. Now, Japan refers to those islands as the Senkaku Islands, China as the Diaoyu Islands. And according to the Japanese, the Chinese had their vessels in Japanese territorial waters for some time. Now, this wouldn't be the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last time, that the Chinese have done this, but it does show that they're trying to make a point from their perspective that they feel these are their islands by sending in those Coast Guard ships, and certainly ratcheting up the pressure, maybe too extreme to say tension, between the two countries around this after significant connections between the incoming Trump administration and Japanese officials. Lisa?
Yeah, we know that U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis was there last week. Have we heard from the U.S. administration after this incident?
Right after the incident, no, we haven't heard anything specific. But right in the middle of the context of this happening, we had a phone call, according to the Japanese Foreign Ministry, between the new Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, in the U.S., discussing with his counterpart, again reaffirming the U.S., their long-standing affiliation, very close ally with Japan, and also saying that this Senkaku Island issue, quoting the way they refer to the islands, is something that the U.S. would stand by Japan in case of any, quote, unilateral actions. Again, as I mentioned, China does this pretty frequently. They did it more than 30 times last year with the Coast Guard. You've also had instances where they've sent military aircraft into that area, and it has got, at times, pretty too close to comfort.
U.S. Pacific Air Forces spokesman Major Phil Ventura said that Pacific Air Forces did not recognize the Chinese Air Defense Identification Zone, ADIZ, when it was announced in November of 2013, and does not recognize it today. And the pilots of the U.S. Air Force B-1B Lancer bomber responded to the Chinese air traffic controllers, saying that they were conducting routine operations in international airspace and did not deviate from their flight path.